Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 2, Episode 8 of The Walking Dead titled Nebraska. So, the fallout of the last episode is where we start off with. Everybody is in shock of Sophia being dead, and, the Greens are in shock because the walkers were put down. And I do agree with Shane that it needed to happen. I just think opening the barn was the stupidest method. Like, we couldn't have just went up to the loft that Glenn did and just take pot shots then? No risk, no risk. We couldn't have just sent Daryl up there with his crossbow? And do it silent like? So apparently everybody's a shit shot, and Annette and Walker... So Annette wasn't actually dead, and when Beth went to go mourn her by holding her, she surged forward to kill her, only with Beth being saved by Andrea. How the fuck did they not know that Annette wasn't dead? How was she not making no noise? So then Shane is confronting them about Sophia, and Shane's like, Herschel is telling Shane that it was probably Otis. Honestly, the timeline works, but it's a very tight timeline for Sophia to get bit, bleed out, die, turn, Otis find her, take her to the barn, put her in the barn, and then go hunting to shoot Carl. The timeline works, but it's very tight. So Herschel tells the group that they're leaving. They're off the land, which, fair enough to him. I understand him. I do understand him. I think he's kind of an idiot, but I do understand him. And I understand, Shane's point of view on this, like, not liking Rick's way of going about it with Herschel, in the dragging the walkers and shit. I don't like Rick questioning his leadership, though, about searching for a girl that was dead, because they didn't know that Sophia was dead. Sure, the odds of her being dead in Walker Bait were very high, but at the same time, if you just throw her away as dead, you lose hope. And hope is the only thing keeping these survivors going. And to just immediately write off a girl as dead, an innocent as dead, then, well, that basically kills the hope. Of course, Sophia's death is affecting Daryl, who damn near died trying to find her, and of course her mother, who refused to show up to the funeral. Carl worries Lori by stating that he wanted to be the one to find her, and he understands why Rick did what he did, putting Sophia down, and that he'd have done it if he was in Rick's shoes. And Lori is disturbed, rightfully so. She's hearing her son talk about putting down a walker that he knew. But I think this is Carl adapting to the world faster than the adults, and him just wanting to put down his friend. Give her mercy, let her rest. I didn't take this as Carl being a little serial killer in the making. I took this as Carl being a considerate person, in understanding that it needed to happen. Maybe not understanding the full weight of it, but understanding nonetheless. Some of it. So Beth goes into basically catatonic state, and Herschel goes running off to drink. Dale proceeds to be the greatest character. He clocks Shane's number. Yeah, confronting Lori and revealing that he thinks Shane killed Otis. Whew. I'm both loving and hating Dale's character more and more on this rewatch. I'm loving him because he's such a great character, and I'm hating him because I know he's not gonna. I already know how the story ends for him. So Maggie confesses her love to Glenn, which, holy shit, they're moving fast. That's moving fast. Glenn joins Rick in going and admits to Rick that Maggie's confession. And Rick's just like, well, basically telling him that he needs to enjoy the good moments in this shit life, which is like, fair enough. Tomorrow, Glenn could get bit by a walker. It's the way that world is. The chances of dying are always non-zero, even in this world, but the chances of dying in that world are absolutely damn near 100%. So, they take forever getting at the bar, convincing Herschel to come back. So Lori goes out. And somehow, despite the roads not being busy, she manages to get in a car crash by hitting the one singular fucking walker in the road. God damn. Rick managed to convince Herschel to come back to the farm and put his drinks down, only for Dave and Tony to come in. Dave and Tony are these guys, part of a group, and they seem charming at first, but, they got some telltale signs that Rick clocks, like, yeah, no, you're not the type of people I want to associate with. They reveal that they were going to Nebraska, or they were coming from Nebraska, because, not a lot of people, a lot of guns. And they're trying to get Rick to show him to the farm, I guess, so they can take it over and whatever. And Rick, one scene that I loved is Dave went around the bar, and as he was ducking under, Rick grabbed his gun, because we later learn in season 3 that Rick, as a cop, signed off on several gun permits or whatever for bar owners, which means that he probably assumed that Tony or Dave was looking for a gun. And eventually, Dave asks, well, where are we supposed to go? Rick, the cold motherfucker that he is, here in Nebraska's nice. Nebraska, this guy. Rick proceeds to kill both Dave and Tony. And I love, again, that this is showing that Shane is wrong. Rick can survive in this world. He can adapt. It's just, if anything, I think he's adapting to this world faster than Shane did. He's just doing it more stable-like. For now. He's more stable for now. But then again, yeah. The episode ends with them burning the other walker bodies. And, yeah. Rick, Glenn, and Herschel just looking at the bodies of Dave and Tony. This episode was very good. I loved Daryl kind of reverting his character growth. Like, he became a part of the group helping find Sophia, but now that Sophia's dead, maybe he doesn't know where he fits in the group. Maybe he doesn't know what the fuck's going on anymore with him. So he kind of reverts back a little bit. And Carol's Carol this episode, yeah. I liked her character. I loved Daryl's character. I already mentioned that. And I am loving Shane's character too, especially when Dale and Shane are in the same scenes together. Yeah. Like, especially last episode, though. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.